Love and greetings. Thank you very much for joining me today as I receive this channeled message. As discussed, I actually practice in a shamanic way where I receive stories through mediumship and trance as your ancestors and guides step forward. And through this, and with my help, co-creation between human form and spirit form, I am able to receive these channeled messages and these stories and to be able to translate them for you. Because these stories, like dreams, are all symbolic. I have already opened this space, this sacred space, and welcomed your ancestors, your guides, and all those that have passed and love you and protect you to step forward for your highest good and to show us what we need to see in terms of your soul journey, your hero's journey in the land of the living. I have asked Spirit to remove all negative energies in this space, to clear it, so that all clouds and doubt and any energies that hinder our progress and development will be released, allowing us to see things more clearly. Any negative emotions with regards to the senses of the body, the intuition blockages, for that too to be released, to heighten the energy and to replace it with love, light, joy, peace, harmony, understanding, and most importantly, the sacred knowledge that we need to embark on this journey. I have also asked for spirits to favor us and to protect us in the physical world as well as in all realms, that they may fight our battles in all spiritual aspects. Spirit has advised me that these readings are to be set on live and available for anybody else should they need it at a later stage, because they may be embarking on a similar journey to you in a different time and a different space. But there will be aspects of this story that will resonate to them. So should anyone step into this reading or find this reading by chance, welcome and thank you for coming in. And I hope it finds and provides you with the guidance and the knowledge that you seek to be able to walk on your journey towards healing, towards shedding light and love on this planet Earth. So, going into all my readings, I am always showed a person's energetic field as a foundation of where we currently are in order to progress, and through the lessons that are received and the guidance that are received, if implemented, what kind of vibration you will be towards the end of the reading. Like a starting point and an ending point. So going up your field, they are showing me your root, your foundation. It's wonderful. It's solid. And it's a good place to be, because if you ever want to build anything in your life, you need to have a solid foundation, just like a house. Without a solid foundation, yes, you can build upon it, but it is unsteady. And years from now, it may fall down prematurely. So keep working on your root chakra. It's a good place, and it will always come in handy to keep you stable and to keep you level-headed and to keep you balanced in this road. The next chakra is talking about the solar plexus. your solar plexus, as well as your sacral, your heart chakra, and your throat chakra. These need a bit of work, and I'll come to this a little bit later. Proceeding upwards, we have your third eye chakra. Your third eye chakra is on fire. The vibration and the energy that is coming through it is very, very strong. This is a very strong gift that you have, and you should harness it. And if anything, it is an example of what kind of vibration that should be resonating across all your fields, all your energetic chakra fields. Your crown chakra is also open, so you are receiving messages from spirit, and you are experiencing it, and you are feeling it. Where your blockage lies, the root of your blockage, however, is with regards to your heart chakra. This issue with the heart chakra is what is causing the blockage in your throat, in your sacral, and your solar plexus. And the reason this is as beings of light that come onto this earth, we are energy, we are spirit, and we take form of human flesh. But when we come on here on earth, on this journey, on this life path, we are vessels of love. In our purest form, we are vessels of love. But what spirit is showing me is that your heart has been inactive. It's almost like when a person has been asleep and wakes up. You're not that quick to the beat. Normally people are a bit slow and needing time to wake up, take a shower, have coffee, like reawaken, energize. And that is kind of like where it's at. What they're showing me is your heart in itself, the core of it. And remember, we're talking about vibration. The core of your heart is strong. It is very strong. If this is your heart, around it, however, they're showing me it's like layers and layers of excess. It's like blubber or folds, like energetic folds, but it's hindering the progress of your vibration. So as your heart, an energized heart that you have, without this blubber, it would be emitting energy outwards. But it can't be emitting any energy because it is blocked by all this excess stagnancy. It's like stagnant energy. And what I'm getting is the fact that you may have closed off your heart due to an experience earlier in life. And while that should have been temporary, you kind of like may have forgotten to undo the wrapping that was around it. And so the wrapping has stayed. And over the years, it has just built layer upon layer. Now Spirit is saying, in order to unblock it, we need to start undoing the layers. And it will not be an overnight journey. Just like bad habits, it needs to slowly be weaned. Affirmations will be good for you during this time, making sure that you're eating the right food that nourish the heart chakra. Listening to binaural and musical beats will help you. They will be like vitamins. So wherever you're currently at, in health-wise, your vitamin enhances your health, right? So in terms of your current vibration of your heart, affirmations are equivalent to a vitamin. It will enhance it. And as your vibration increases, if you keep on taking those affirmations, those vitamins, your vibration will keep on rising faster, healthier. It'll speed up the process for you. And the reason why this is important is because, yes, you are receiving messages from spirit, from your crown chakra. Yes, you are seeing things with your third eye chakra. But in order for you to transmit messages of light and messages of healing and messages of teaching, it needs to come from a place of purity. And in order for it to come from a place of purity and love, it needs to come down to the heart chakra. So it needs to come down from the crown to your third eye, through your throat, but it can't come out of your mouth at the moment, Spirit is saying, because it is not 100% pure. And saying things without 100% purity has the potential of damaging a person even more. So instead of actually wanting to heal a person, it doesn't. It actually malfunctions. It causes a default. And the only way to prevent that is it has to come through the heart chakra first and then back up to the throat, because then it has the essence of purity that can be released. It is almost like this feather, and this feather is no coincidence. This is part of your message, and Spirit has given me here as an example. Feathers are about speaking. Feathers are about receiving messages from Spirit. And from a distance, this feather looks white and looks pure. But if you take a step closer, you will actually see it actually has a hint of yellow over here. And Spirit is saying, when you see those healers and teachers out there, the really, really good ones, the really, really effective ones, are the ones that have a pure white feather. Their intentions, their compassion, their empathy, their love, all of that comes from a divine place. It is not touched by ego, by human ego. And for the road that you need to embark on, Spirit is saying they wish to have this all white. And you can only do that if you clear your heart chakra. Your heart chakra being cleared and the layers being cleared over time will clear your throat chakra as well as your sacral and your solar plexus. Remember, your throat chakra is about your voice, your authenticity, how you speak, how you share your wisdom, the healing. And it can be in song, it can be in words, it can be in written form, but it is the way you articulate yourself and share that. Your heart is pure love. And then the lower you come down, you've got your soul. Your soul is where your power is. This is what births beautiful things in your life. Your true calling, your soul journey, your north node. It is the part of us, the main lesson within us that we need to discover in order to feel fulfilled before we leave this earth. It is part of our soul journey on what we need to give back towards humanity. We learn and we give. That's how energy works. And also your heart chakra, once it opens, will open up your creativity. So this is why your heart chakra is very, very important. And through all this awakening, opening, clearing, you discover a new way to love yourself. You discover a new way to feel more empowered, to be more authentic, to be able to speak your truth, more awaken to your passions and your desires and what makes you truly happy in the way you live your life, be it in career, romance, in all aspects of passion, in all aspects of self-discipline and creativity and self-expression. With regards to the chakras, I have found that music can be very therapeutic. And if you do not already listen to binaural beats, this might be something that you may wish to look into. You see, your heart chakra sits in the same vibration as Mother Earth. It sits in the same vibration as sacred knowledge, because we all vibrate from a place of love. So you might want to look up a binaural beat based on the conditionings of the vibrations of the heart chakra or Mother Earth. And I feel this might be a stepping stone to get you going in the right direction. Now, Spirit is quickly saying, just as a reminder, to be kind to yourself and to be patient to yourself when you go through this journey, because this journey will not be overnight. It is like a diet. You cannot go on a diet and eat salad for a day or eat smoothies for a day and then at the end of the day go, oh, well, I don't actually feel better. It didn't work. Because that's not how it works. Anything you truly desire in your life, you need to put dedication to. You need to persist. And so too will this be of the unclearing and realigning of your internal energies, your inward revolution. Affirmations will also be very important to you. They will remind you to be accountable for yourself. And that the repetition of something in the very early stages may be hard and may not come to you so naturally. But as you progress in it, it will become more naturally to you. You'll be more in the flow of things, just like when you breathe. You breathe in, you breathe out, but you don't even realize you're doing it. But the difference is, rather than just breathing normally, you are actually breathing deeply, deeply to your core. Now, quickly going into the spirit message and the storyline that comes with this. There are two parts of the story. And it is because it is broken into two. Within each one of us, we have a divine feminine and a divine masculine. The divine feminine is that part of us that nurtures, that cares, that loves. It's that part of you when you see a child that has been hurt or an animal that is wounded, then desire and the need to nurture it, to make sure that it is cared for and that it is safe. It is the loving person within us. It is our mothers. It is our sisters. But we all have that within us. The place to be compassionate, the place to be kind, the place to be more loving. That is your feminine. That is your feminine within you. On your masculine side, the masculine side is the side of us where we take action, we strategize, we go forward with planning, we make decisive decisions of where we need to go. And you can see how these two go hand in hand, which is why you always see the symbol of the yin and the yang. There is balance in this world, and there is balance within us. Now, judging from your chakras, I feel you are very much in a divine masculine role. You are all about strategy, you're all about thinking, and you possibly will find, if you look back on your life with reflective eyes, that a lot of the decisions you make in life is based from a mental aptitude, very analytical, rather than from a place of intuition, which is your divine feminine side. And Spirit is saying that's the other reason why your heart has not had so much activity, because if the chi and the energy was flowing through your heart on a regular basis, it would be more wide awake. It wouldn't have this stagnant, like lard kind of energy. And I say lard because lard is thick. It has no movement. There's no vibration that can penetrate it. It needs, you need hot water to get rid of it and so on and forth. So that is what I'm actually seeing. But once you balance the two, you'll be in better harmony. So in your story, it actually starts off with your divine masculine. And what I am seeing in it is an eye looking upwards towards the sun. As the camera zooms out, I realize that this eye actually belongs to the dragon. The dragon is the part of us, and it always, to me, is symbolic of a person's soul. Because it is the mystical side of a person. It is the courageous, the fierce part of a person. It is where the magic is. You don't mess with the dragon. And the dragon is our protector. But it is also very inward. If you look deep within, it holds secrets, the mystical aspects of us. And I hear Spirit saying to me, what does the dragon see when it looks up at the sun? What does it think when it looks up to the sun? Similarly, what does a serpent see when it looks up to a sun? What does the serpent think when it looks up to the sun? Now remember, everything in the story is symbolic. So to me, the sun is resonance to abundance, resonance to happiness, resonance to growth, resonance to the ability to cultivate something, to reap the rewards as blessings, blessings by spirit. And the dragon, as well as the serpent, are reptiles. Reptilian brain, which to me is about the analytical thinking. It's the human part of us. Because as spirit has no thought. Only the human flesh is made of thought and emotions and flesh. So you have to be aware that that is very much the mental side. That's the male side of our energy. The snake also represents to me. Normally the snake represents healing qualities, but in this particular side, I feel it is your shadow. The dragon being representative of a higher thinking, higher vibrational thinking, healthier vibrational thinking, a more healed aspect of yourself. But the snake is a representative of parts of yourself that still needs healing, shadow work that needs to be done, things of yourself that you need to rediscover. Because when you are wounded and hurt in life, especially if it is traumatic, it changes us. And the shamans call this lost souls. It's like a part of your soul shatters and is forgotten and is left behind at that place of trauma. And in order to retrieve it, you need to go back and heal it. And then you feel more whole, which is why you see many adults who experience traumas as kids and never feel quite whole. It is because there are parts of them that are missing. It's like a child that was not loved, and the whole life it searches for love in all the wrong places, hungry for it. And it's only when it heals its child wounding of love can it then start looking at healthier relationships. So that is the first part of the story. The second part of your story is coming to the divine feminine. And Spirit is saying, if we go back to the chakras and we heal your heart chakra, which then opens up all your other chakras, your throat, your solar plexus, and your sacral, your vibration will change. You will go from a dragon and a snake to the energy of the heron. Now, the heron is a feminine energy, but it is not, it is balanced. It's not just pure feminine. Because you already have your masculine side. But by injecting and healing the heart, you can now implement a feminine energy to your nature. And this is where your magic is, I'm hearing Spirit say. This is where your calling is. This is what you're meant to do. Oh, wow. It is because you healed yourself that you now see the magic, and where it's like you you see things in a different light, and this becomes a strength. So the heron is a bird, and the heron is white. Interesting feathers there. And the heron to me actually speaks of new beginnings. Now the heron that I see is on the shallows of a waterway, be it a lake, a stream, a river, but it is in the shallows. Actually, no, Spirit's correcting me. A river. It's in a river. And they're showing me that it stands there, graceful, in its own energy, in its own autonomy. They look fragile, but they are not afraid. This is you, this is your energy, the heron. Because you have implemented healing for your heart, you now stand in a healthier vibration of the heron, which is both masculine and feminine. And it stands on this water. The water being representative of intuition. You stand in your intuition. You are more in alignment with your intuition because you are able to share it with a place of purity, because your feathers are all white now, not white and yellow. And as you stand there on the shallows of the water, I see you picking up frogs, and you're picking them up very gently in your beak, like a mother would hold its babies, carefully. And as you go across the water, I see there are crocodiles in the water. And you go up to the crocodiles. Again, not fearless, not fearful. You're not afraid of them, even though naturally a bird would be afraid of a crocodile. But you're not. You go up to them and you put the frog on their head. And as you do so, the frog sinks back into the water, causing a ripple and then disappearing. And you do this again to another frog. You pick it up, you put it on another crocodile's head, and the crocodile sinks into the water, causing a ripple and moving on. What this speaks to me is the fact that you have become a healer. Because you have now centered, and you are now of pure thought, pure compassion, pure love, balanced, masculine and feminine, able to articulate yourself, able to share and be creative and come from a different place of thinking. From your own experiences, you can now share. These alligators or these crocodiles are also reptilian, just like the snake and just like the dragon, which was you prior to the healing, which is where you are currently right now. The only difference is they have been in this energy of a reptilian brain for so long that their hearts are not so mutable. They're almost like a stone. Their hearts have become cold-blooded. And it is when you drop the frog is a symbol of healing, on their heads, do they finally find some peace within them, some sort of understanding, and they sink into the water. Remember, the water is intuition and emotion. For a very long time, they haven't been in touch with their intuition, haven't felt in touch with love from another human. They've forgotten what that feels like. And they sink into it and they slowly start healing. The ripples to me is energy. One, they talk about you and they share it with other people, share their experience. too, they're talking about the ripple being an energy exchange, Spirit is saying. They are grateful for you, for what you're doing, for what you've done, for helping them heal, for letting them see a different way of thinking, a different way of feeling because of your experiences. Each one of us has a story in life, and your story of healing to get from the dragon and the snake to the heron stage is of such benefit to your community that it causes ripples. And as I see you turn away, when you turn back, there are more crocodiles and more alligators. They want healing too. They want to remember what it feels like to love. They want to remember what it feels like to find peace and harmony within them. That it's not all about thinking. That the world is not all about thinking. Because the thing we have to remember is, when we leave this life, when it is our time to end the journey of flesh, what we take with us is our memories. What we take with us is the love in our hearts, and the love from our friends, and the love from our families. And when you step forward to embark on the new life, you meet across council. The shamans have a council, and the shamans will call on them and go, give testimony of your life. What have you done to receive acknowledgement and grace from the ancestors and the guides? These crocodiles and alligators, because they had stopped feeling, their souls had been shut to the world, to that side of the world. They now have a hope of meeting with council and offering a feather, and offering and being grateful that they had the opportunity to change their habits and their behaviors before their life came to an end, to be able to show that they did good on this world, to be able to take memories, to be able to take love with them when they depart. It's quite funny now. Spirit is not the main part of your reading, but it kind of like ties in at the same time. And I'm feeling a smile on their lips as they say it. They want to talk about relationships now. And they're saying that, again, because of your heart chakra not being fully activated, not being fully open, not being in the highest vibration, it hasn't attracted you a potential partner or a mate just yet. And if it did, it wouldn't be long-standing. But do not worry, do not fuss about that. Because Spirit says they will come. When you change into this heron energy, your vibration will be so much higher. The way you carry yourself, in the manner that you project yourself onto the world, the way you treat people, the way you speak, the way you stand, the way your energetic frequency is so different that this person comes across almost by surprise. You're not even looking. You're turned the other way because you're so focusing on the work at hand, at the healing and making a difference to the community, that you don't actually see this person coming. And this person, Spirit is saying, has not realized, but they've been looking for someone with a high frequency. And As they walk past you, they see you, and you are doing something kind for another person. You are helping a person out. I can see this person sitting on the ground, and I can't hear what you're saying, but I can see you. The gestures you are taking and acting upon are, it's kindness. You are sharing kindness on another person. And this person, your potential partner, your potential mate for life, sees you and catches you at that particular moment. And that's when they stop to watch. The next thing they're feeling is your vibration and recognizing that you vibrate differently. You act differently. You're different from everybody else they know. And it's that attraction that is sparked. That attraction builds into romance. That attraction builds into a relationship that can stand the test of time. Because that person is already of a high vibration. They, interesting. Spirit is saying they're doing their spiritual work. They're doing their own healing work right now as we speak. And it is only when they raise their vibration and you raise your vibration do you guys come together. It's like meeting. The divine masculine in you and the divine feminine in you is whole. The divine feminine in her and the divine masculine within her is also whole and healed. You are now equal partners. That means you are not projecting your woundings onto each other. You are both healed and you can both start elevating. And this is how you attract abundance. This is the sun I was telling you about in the beginning of the story. This is the growth and development, the passionate life, the loving life, the life that gives you blessings upon blessings. I'm hearing from Spirit. Oh, that's beautiful. Because you both know what it means to heal from the shadows. And you can both look upon each other as equals, compassionate, loving, understanding, balanced minds, balanced hearts, balanced bodies, and fully in line with their intuition. I quickly want to pull out some cards. Actually, I pulled some cards out earlier, completely forgot. And the card that came up, because I just want to summarize your reading. And I wanted to actually just talk about it so we don't remember we remember the most important parts of it, right? Because it can be quite long. And like a cabbage, it's got many layers of the reading. I find a lot of people will come back to me even a year from the date that the reading was and say that the story is still unraveling, but yes, it still 100% resonates. But every time they go back to the story, they're learning something new about it that they didn't fully understand and comprehend the first time they listened to it. So I urge you also to save a copy of this so that you can come back to it should you need to. Okay, so with regards to this card, the card is number 9, which speaks of coming to an end of a journey. 10 being the end of a journey, and then you start again at 1. 9 also is a reflection of where we currently are at this particular point in time. You're asking for guidance, you're asking for help. And now I'm giving it to you. So you leaving this reading will need to start taking decisive action based on the guidance provided. And that will be number 10. You're going to make a plan. You're going to make a strategy. And that a strategy of how you're going to start the next journey, which is where you started 1. 1 also being the representative of the heron. Because before you embark on any journey, you kind of like go through a healing process, right? A cleansing process. If you want to be fit, going to the gym, you know that you need to kind of like do a cleanse before you go to make it more worthwhile. Just like in ceremonies in the past, like old tribal ceremonies, you go through a cleansing process where you wash yourself with oils and washes and so on forth. This is where you're at. We're getting the message. You need to do everything you need to do in order to plan for a successful new cycle. Also, the snake is a cycle, right? Infinity. This also speaks to me of the different elements: wind, fire, earth, water. So you need to be in harmony. Again, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. See, there's a lot of repetition over here, right? This also speaks of the medicine wheel to me, even though the medicine wheel isn't here. The first part is the snake, the serpent, which was in your story, which is the shadow side. It is trying to identify for yourself which is your shadows. You know you need to heal your heart, but you alone need to go back. You need to reflect on what your shadows are that you need to heal. The snake sheds its skin. It's you wanting to take an active approach into your own personal healing, because nobody can heal for you. You need to heal yourself. Secondly, you go into Jaguar. Jaguar can see in the night. So in the darkness, you see light. Jaguar is our ancestors, and they basically say, whatever you need to release, we will help you release it. Give it to us. So whatever you can imagine that you need to release, symbolically hold out your hand. Imagine all that negative energy and negative thoughts, behavior patterns, whatever it is, and offer it up to them. Offer it to Jaguar to take from you. Because when you offer all those things that hinder your progress, you can invite new energy back into your life that invigorizes you, that helps propel you to the abundance that you're seeking, to the healing that you are seeking, to the peace and grace and harmony that resides in your heart and your soul, that wants to be birthed, that wants to be experienced. At the top here, we've got the hummingbird spirit, and this is the message coming from spirit. So these are the messages today. These are the messages that you need to hear. And you need to, like the Fool in Tarot, take that approach and take the Fool's journey and believe that spirit has your back, that your ancestors and your guides have your back for your best interest, for your highest good and the highest good of humanity and Mother Earth. And when you go to Eagle, that's here, the now, the physical world, and it's implementing the knowledge that you have been graced with. And then you using your third eye, whatever you're seeing clairvoyantly, experiencing through your astrology. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now Spirit is saying to me, you are gifted and you know how to read astrology. And you know through your experiences of healing and your shadow work, once you've gone through this, how you heal the heart, you now have that experience that you can share with other people in your environment. Use those tools to heal. Because if you can navigate them and point the compass in the right direction and say, this is where your healing takes place. Like you can use your astrology and go, okay, well, this is your, I don't know much about astrology, but there are some words I know, like Chiron. This is your Chiron. This is where your wounded healer is. This is the part of you that you need to heal. And once you heal from this, this is your north node. This is your direction that you need to aim for. Giving that kind of guidance opens a door for them to embark on a new journey, a journey that they previously would not have been open and privy to because their hearts were closed, because their soul was closed. And if your heart and your soul are closed, you're not going to be interested in that kind of information. You're not going to be interested in healing yourself. You're not going to be interested in trying to better yourself and the environment around you and the people around you. That is your journey as a healer. You can do this. You can act upon this. That is your calling. I don't have gold, but that's supposed to represent gold. That is the sun. That is your abundance. That is where you're going to get the wealth. But remember, it's not all about the money. Remember, it's not all about the material aspects, because you cannot take that with you once you pass this life. Yes, it's going to help you into living a more comfortable life, and it will help you be able to help more people. But don't let that be the focus, Spirit is saying. And I'm saying this as a lesson, because if this becomes the main focus, all your dreams and your abundance and everything we talked about, I see a tower happening and this all falling away. It's like a tower crashes. This is why Spirit is saying, as a healer, you need to be pure. You need to come from a place of integrity, authenticity. Because if you're not, you will be strayed by fake gold. Because the real gold is in your heart and your soul. The real gold in every human being is in their heart and their soul. This is only temporary. Use it as a tool to help you navigate life, but don't let this be the focus of life. And I wanted to double check on this to make sure that I got all the information I needed to from this. And I believe I have, because I have the council, which is what I was speaking about. They will hold you accountable when your life has passed, when you are no longer of flesh, to see how you went, to see how many people you have been able to help. You are a teacher, but you are a student. You are a student of life. You are a student of the soul journey. And throughout the soul journey, you will continually learn. Your arrow, the direction that you have been propelled in, you need to be pulled back. This is where you are at the moment. You need to pull an arrow back. So you need to go backwards in life temporarily to be able to see your shadow, to be able to see where your wounding is. And then with focus, you can release the arrow to take aim to your direction, to your bliss, towards your happiness, towards your success, towards your life calling. And that leads you to the sun, which is where we started the reading. So I hope this reading provides you with the guidance that you need in order to navigate your career. Like I said, Spirit does not know anything about jobs titles, because that is not of the spirit world, that is of the human world. But they can provide guidance on where you will find that happiness. So use this knowledge and implement it into the life that you need. I will quickly ask about you're wanting to know about the star. I don't actually know about these stars. It's not something I've actually learned yet. But I can quickly ask the cards to say if you are in the Arcturian star system. Not too sure that's the way you say it, but my apologies if it isn't. But you know which one I'm talking about. Is your this star system? Arcturian star system. You show me what I need to know. Thank you. So I basically got the 7 of Cups. And I've got the 6 of Wands. Both to me are reversed. Sorry, I'm listening to Spirit at the moment. Spirit is saying, does it matter? Does it matter what star system you're in? According to these cards, to me, it says no. But what they're saying is it doesn't matter, does it? Like at the end of the day, when you go to council, Whatever star system you're on is not going to get you through the gate. It's not going to get you to a place where your soul can be in peace. It's not going to get you to a place of your happiness. It's not going to get you your best career or the love of your life. This is they're showing a circle. This will take you for a loop. It'll take you on a journey that doesn't really reap rewards. Focus your energy on something that is going to benefit you and benefit the people around you. Because there you will really find your cooling. This represents to me the phoenix here is your rebirth. This is your masculine. So once you step into your heart and you heal your heart, you can take decisive action as to where you want to go in life. Once you heal your heart, you can do what you please because it comes from a true place. You're more balanced. And this speaks to me of traveling. It's like the Six of Swords kind of energy, moving from troubled waters to a place of harmony. And as you can see, it's pointing up north, which is the hummingbird, which is your truth. Again, the hummingbird is the call and listen to spirit and the purity of the feather. And this is you. So this is you, and you notice I actually have two birds, but the other bird, I was not called to pick it up. So these are the 4 that I just grabbed. This is you by yourself, because until you heal, the other person doesn't come along. Or if you do meet people romantically, you might connect with them on a physical level, but it won't be from a mental, emotional, and spiritual and physical level. Do you see what I'm saying? Anyway, this reading's getting long, so I just wanted to say thank you again and love, light, and blessings to you. May your journey be healing. May your journey be kind, and may it give you the peace and the guidance that you need to be able to help others, but most importantly, to bring you happiness. Have a good night. Thank you.